Welcome back to a very special episode of Pteranodon Media's Show and Tell. What the hell? Wreckguard Junkion Combiner Edition. And this is just kind of a follow-up to the Wreckguard review that I did previously. So if you want to take a look at that, we're just going to be talking about today because I wanted to do something a little interesting, and I wanted to make a video as if if I did not have these figures here, what would I want to see in a video? And so this is your Wreckguard figure here. And look, guys, I got lucky. A couple of weeks ago when Walgreens had their special, I picked up a couple of Wreckguards. Now, I actually had ordered one of these, and I actually had I ordered one of these through the Walgreens website. I ordered to the Walgreens website. Ordered these from another website and got these two, found these two at a local Walgreens. And so I know there's a couple of you out there that might be saying, "Oh, gee, dude, you suck." I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I feel kind of bad, but there's not a whole lot of Transformer collectors in my area, but I do know one or two. In fact, one of them is a really good friend of mine. But let's talk about what I wanted to do today. My objective was to give you all an idea of what a combiner would look, one of these Wreckguard or one of these Junkion combiners would look like with different torsos. So let's start off with one that I haven't seen before, but will more than likely be not one of my favorites, just because didn't think about this, but who knows. So of course I love Junkions. I think Junkions were some of the coolest characters in the entire Transformers mythos, and the fact that we got the fact that we're able to have an opportunity to make a Junkion-like combiner, which there already kind of was in Japan, is pretty cool. But this is a more accurate, more true to the Combiner Wars style. Now, here is the Elita 1 from the Power of the Prime series, and we're just adding these limbs that I've prepared. Oh, there's that crazy train that I got. Yeah, I hear you, train. You're not supposed to blow your whistle. Now, typically, I don't know if this constitutes as transforming a figure, but I usually do not transform the figures on my videos, just because I feel like it takes away some of the fun aspect, the surprise element of what the figure is going to look like, or what the figure is going to be, what that whole that experience of transforming a figure is. It's very personal to me. Very personal. But no, I feel like everybody does that, and I just kind of wanted to give you all a different approach to these. Sometimes transforming him can be a pain in the ass, but I like displaying my figures. I like posing them. Now this, I'm noticing right now, maybe I don't have everything all locked into place, but this is going to give you an idea of what the Elita 1 combiner. I tend to do this with my Elita 1, where I keep this out to give it more of a cohesive shape. And that's what it's kind of going to look like there, right? Now, some people, like me, have done the backwards Elita 1 thing here, where they put like some sort of like chest plate or torso thing. Yeah, sure, that could work too. Let's see what it looks like that way. Like I knew this probably would not be the best. I didn't think Elita 1... I'm glad I got a really good Elita 1 figure, but I didn't think that this would be necessarily the best combiner or figure for a combiner. I wish they had made her a combiner limb. That would have been cool. Or just a Voyager without the combiner. So anyway, that's your Elita 1. I'm going to go into one that I've already done and messed around with, and I'm gonna give it my seal of approval here. But this is probably, I don't know if this is my favorite, but I like it. And I have a weird way of doing it. It's going to be the Inferno mold, and I don't know if he has a specific name, but I have to say that this particular mold goes really well with the Junkions. Just all that solid, big, solid red. Now, there's some issues I have with this mold just because, and look at me, I put the legs backwards, but it doesn't matter, does it? Do you all care? Do you care? Just to give you an idea of what it's going to look like with the Inferno mold. So a lot of people may be deciding, well, what am I going to do if I were to get a bunch of Junkions? And what mold would I use it with? Now, I would recommend this one because he is readily available. You could find him on Amazon right now. I saw him at several times. I saw him for like $14.99. I've seen him at stores, and he's roughly about 20 bucks or something. But this seems to go pretty well. He does kind of look like a Junkion already. The red complements it. I wish there was a sticker set that Toy Hacks would make to make this guy look more. It would work if they made him look more like a Junkion, give him a little mustache or something like that. But I think this mold works pretty well. I gave him a little spare. Y'all like that? Y'all like that right there? This one works pretty well. I mean, I would say this one is one of the better ones out there. But I have a crazy one for you all here. And just to get a little wacky, I think when transformed in a certain way, you take this right here. You take the Minnowsor mold, right? And I was actually pleasantly surprised because what I'd like to do is make a custom with the Minnowsor mold. If I could find and they're not that terribly expensive right now. I just need to get some new paints. But I kind of like this one. Not because of the color, but just the mold itself. Now, who else shares this mold? Optimus Prime and... what was his name? The one that's all white. Not Ultra Magnus, but he looked like Ultra Magnus. He might as well have been Ultra Magnus, but they made the all white Combiner Wars Prime. And that might be an interesting... But this is I like transforming it like that. And it looks pretty well. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's fix that right there. Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, that's what the Minnowsor one's gonna look like. I like this one a lot. I'm gonna have to get another Minnowsor, paint them up. But just to give you an idea, right? Now with these, I love these since the Combiner Wars. I love that Hasbro decided to give us something that was something that we had wanted. Now here's the one I'm very, very curious about. I haven't seen what this one looks like, so we're gonna discover this guy together. And I left a little gun on here accidentally, but we'll just leave it there. Why not? Why not? I'm not the most prepared reviewer. Hell, I don't even consider myself to be a reviewer. I'm just a guy. I'm just a rambling man that likes to show and tell you all about my toys. But this scatter shot, I forgot the name of what they wanted. He turned it to something else. He had a different name because he wasn't the actual scatter shot, or there was some story behind it, or whatever. He's not Computron. But I always thought the Computron, that Computron kind of looked like a giant Junkion anyway. And oh wow. Wow. Well, what do you folks think about this? Yeah, let's take this off just so I can... It's pretty sturdy. I could bust those wings out if I wanted to. This is... Now... what was the name of Junkions? I believe the Junkions had a ship called the Minnow, based off the Gilligan's Island because they're a big TV fan. So maybe this guy could be Maximum Minimus or Minnowsor. Oh, I hate my life. Come up with stupid Transformer jokes. Minnowsor would be this guy here. What do y'all think about that? What would be a cooler name? I really like the way that came out. Let's I'm gonna lift the camera here and kind of give you a different perspective. Doesn't that look great? Does it really the shape of these? Okay, first of all, you got the newer Power of the Prime feet that kind of give him a little bit more stability, and he's able to stop moving the camera. God damn it! Be a real reviewer. All right. Don't you know anything? Don't you watch YouTube? All right. But yeah, Minnowsor here. I tend to take liberties with the way I put things, like making things like that and putting the little axes right there. But geez, man, that color really looks so good on him. And I gotta say, the shape of these aren't too thick, like blocky and thick. They're not too skinny like the airplanes or the helicopters. They just got that right amount of girth. That's what she said. To make him look like a very well-balanced and cohesive figure. I really like this for this mold. In fact, I think I may just skip the custom and just go straight to this. I think Toy Hack should make something more Junkion-esque for this. Jeez, man, I really like this one. I just can't get over it, how cool it looks like. I don't know, what do y'all think of Minnowsor? I'm glad I did this, because otherwise I would have left him stuck in some other form. And look, here's another idea that y'all can do, is that you can find some of your grooves and get your groove figures and mix and match with them too, and see how that would turn out. Maybe you could do different things with the head here too. You know, see how he looks like that. You know, gives it a whole different look. Doesn't look exactly like Computron's head. And it just has the problem with this mold originally was that it was, to me, it seemed a little too lanky with a Superion Galvatronus mold, but it's looks perfectly well balanced. It looks like a massive dude. Let's get a let me get a Junkion that I have handy over here. I have a Henkai with a custom shield of Retgar. And let me get ooh, who do I have here? Oh, and I do want to do a whole Junkion episode because I am a fanatic of Junkions. I just love the Junkions. And then let's get what's her face here from a BotCon exclusive from the Nice, because I have repurposed her to be a female Junkion. There you go. And, oh, what do I have here? I tend to keep all Junkion stuff together, or stuff that reminds me of Junkions. I color coordinated. I'm going to get, this was supposed to be, not grotesque, repugnous. But he kind of has like these Junkion colors too. So, how bright and beautiful this is. And I got the little tiny Retgar here. Hold me closer, tiny Retgar. Tiny Retgar, give him a big-ass gun. Because... and you got yourself a badass little Junkion army. Sorry, the camera's a little lopsided, but look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I'm totally excited. A giant man-child like myself can get very easily impressed by toys. But I would recommend trying this at home. These guys, this fellow over here, Scattershot not really expensive. Hopefully because of this video, I don't think a lot of people have been watching my video, so you're not going to get a lot of people clamoring to get this figure anyway, but I don't want to create that effect where you make a video and then everyone wants to go and start buying it, and the market value starts increasing and all that. Because generally you'd find this, I've seen this guy go like down to $15, up to like 25. It's still worth it. I would pick him another one up for 30, just because that color looks so dead freaking sweet, man. Maybe one. Can you have one? No, you could only have two. Man, if Toy Hacks gave us some sort of... Yeah, I like this better than Inferno. I gotta say, I do like him better than Inferno. Rewind the video and see which one you like better. Let me know what you think is the best combination with these guys. I think this guy's the most stable, and I would like to see Toy Hacks, or formerly known as Repro Labels, make a sticker set that has him look more like a Junkion. Or maybe even an add-on set. Oh my god, I'm going crazy with this. Woo! Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Sorry for being such a rambling man, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you an idea. If you were looking to purchase more of these Retgars, they are, if you can afford them, they are worth picking up multiples of. Or like I said, you can get yourself a groove and mix and match, because after all, the wonderful thing about the Junkions is that they're not one uniform color. They got all sorts of weird hues, browns, golds, yellows, and I just love these characters so much. I wish I was a Junkion. Anyway, folks, till next time, if you like this video, check out my other stuff. Check out Pteranodonmedia.com. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Facebook. Check out our MySpace. Check out my snail mail. Write me a card. Send me a postcard. Check out our new coloring book at Woolworths. Take care. Man, can I think of a good catchphrase to end this that's junk related? And junk on!